Okay, what is up, Copy Squad? Welcome to the third live of the day. What? He went live 3 times in one day? He's crazy! Alright, cool. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and crush some more of this Palm Beach Research Group letter called We Snuck Through. Well, that's the headline anyway. We Snuck Through, right? This will be part 3. I've already gone over like this much of the sales letter, as you can see. I've got it all marked up for you. By the way, I haven't even mentioned, if you want this PDF when I'm finished marking it up, I actually give away all the PDFs I mark up. It's part of joining my email list. You go to kylethewriter.com/swipe, as in swipe file. Go to kylethewriter.com/swipe, and you can actually get all of these files with the markups and everything. So you can kind of see new, easy, safe, and big in action. All that green, that's new, easy, safe, and big. That's how prevalent it is in copy. That's why I wrote an entire book called Take Their Money, where I just discuss, well, I go way more in depth than just new, easy, safe, and big. But it's a big part of the book. New, easy, safe, and big. And I help you do all this stuff that you see on this page, which might look like gobbledygook. Let me zoom in a little bit. All that stuff is in the book. All of it. All right? I go into depth, make you a master. All right. The echo in the other room just started talking, and that is freaking me out. It's like just talking. I don't know who told it to start talking, but now I'm kind of creeped out. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do part 3 of this, and I've got 2 screens today. So now I can kind of see anyone who's watching, I can see comments, and I can kind of jump back and forth. By the way, if you haven't noticed, I'm in a really good mood. I'm doing my 3rd live. I'll show you something really cool. I don't know what is responsible for this spike in traffic, but I'm not mad about it. You see this latest activity? 472 people in the last 48 hours, or 472 views in the last 48 hours on my YouTube. That's a big jump, man. We were fighting to just get it above 3 steady, and then I wanted to break 4. And now, man, I think we're on that, like, maybe on that J-curve pace to go to 5 soon, and it's just awesome. Thanks so much. I really appreciate everyone who watches and tunes into this stuff. All right, we've been live for 2 minutes, and I haven't told you anything about copy. I've just pitched my book, pitched my email thing. Let's talk about copy, and I'm going to help you out with dissecting it and stuff. All right, zooming in. Let me see what now I can also see what the screen looks like, so I can tell when I'm in the way, because I've got 2 screens. Okay, cool. So we just reached the, so I explained in the last video, here it's body copy formula, objection, claim, proof, benefit. And proof usually comes in at least 3. It can come in 2, rarely comes in 1, and it can come in more than 3, but usually the easy go-to is 3. So we reach the benefit end here, and now we see a fresh objection. So what we're hoping to see, and we can start to move a little quicker. If you've watched part 1 and part 2, this should start to be like repetition for you, right? So we can move a little faster through these parts, because we're only on part 2. We're only on page... Now we just finished page 2. We're on page 3. It took me 30 minutes to do page 1 and 30 minutes to do page 2. That's how important this stuff is, especially early in the copy. Very dense. Lots of stuff is communicated subtly through the subtext. All right, here we go. Now, you may be wondering, let me give you a better look at it. Perfect. Now, you may be wondering, who is Ted Benna? And why is he sending out this book for free? Great questions. I'm sure you've noticed our retirement system today is broken. Boom. What is that? That is the claim, okay? Social Security is on life support. Pensions are a thing of the past. And according to a recent survey, 56% of Americans, more than 1 in 2, okay, so more than half, have less than $10,000 saved up for retirement. Now, I don't think these are... very strong, but nevertheless, this is proof 1, 2, 3. See? That's what I've been saying, man. You don't even notice, but it's always like the same little formula over and over and over. So we got objection, claim, proof, and we're just going to be looking for a benefit in a minute. It's ridiculous. More than that, it's sad. A sad, hopeless situation millions of hardworking Americans feel they can't get out of. That's why Benna stepped in. You see, Benna is considered by many as America's foremost expert on retirement savings. Okay, so objection, claim, and basically this is going to be more proof. It's also introducing, this is going to be the guru credibility section, which I talk about in my book, Take Their Money. You can go to kylethewriter.com/book to get that. But anyway, I talk about this section in the book, Take Their Money. And this is the part where you're really going to lay it on thick that your guru, who's been making all these claims and giving you all this information, is someone that you should listen to. So this is almost like non-negotiable for a long-form sales letter. If you're going to sit here and read 30 to 60 pages of sales pitch, you better give me a reason to listen to this guy. So that's exactly what this section is supposed to do. So they gave us a quick little 1, 2, 3, jab of proof. And now what they're going to do is basically prove that this dude is a authority. So let's see. Let me change that up. If I could speed up time, I wouldn't make you sit here and watch me write all this garbage on the sides like so slowly. But I can't speed up time. It's ridiculous. More than that is sad. So I Benna stepped in. Okay. You see, Benna is considered by many as America's foremost expert on retirement savings. Oh, something I want to do. Damn it. I don't want to write it in red. I want to write it in orange. And see, sorry again, if I was editing this video, I would have paused and deleted all that. Okay. America's foremost expert on retirement savings. Benna is the man who created the first 401k savings plan in '81. Since then, Americans have saved an estimated $15 trillion in total thanks to him, thanks to his invention. Because of this, Forbes called him, okay, so there's cred. Forbes calls him the father of the 401k. Barron's says he might be most responsible for the country's longest bull market, and in 2001 he was awarded a prestigious National Jefferson Award for outstanding public service. Okay, so in here, also, okay, so the point of a credibility section, okay, is to answer the objection, why should I listen to you, okay? So this is an objection. And then everything under the credibility section is the proof. Let me make sure I don't have anybody like chilling. All right, cool. If you got any questions, definitely feel free to stop me. I'll check in on questions every once in a while. All right, so why should I listen to you? Well, every time I underline something in orange, that's a piece of proof. And then you got here is one, you got one, my screen's already overheating. 1, 2, 3. For some reason, when I do PDF markups, my screen just turns to 700 degrees and my whole computer freezes. But yeah, there you go. So you got proof, proof, proof. These are all authority, like credibility proofs. And notice this kind of comes in threes. So this is like your claim. The claim is to, why should I listen to you? Because Ben is here to help, right? Ben has stepped in, all right? And then, again, why should I listen to you? Because he's the man. He knows what he's talking about. And this is all proof. The thing is, it's different to label this. Like, all of this is proof. And all of this is cred at the same time. Because in the Guru Cred section, it's all one and the same. And it won't let me mark anymore. You can tell the screen's getting hot because it won't let me, like, draw. And it gets like 1,000 degrees. And I don't hear the fans running. Like, this stuff makes me very angry. Okay, looking over here at the sidebar. Who is Ted Benna? And this is just gonna be a bullet shot of his career and like his achievements. So, #1 expert on retirement savings, starts a career as retirement benefits consultant for high net worth clients, offers solution to save pension plans while serving U.S. Chamber of Commerce, again, credibility, creates first 401k savings plan, 1990s, warns U.S. Senator John somebody that Social Security would start having problems in 2015. Okay, that kind of came to pass as like a prediction. 1998, appointed delegate at National Summit on Retirement Savings. National Jefferson Award, 5 books, including 401k for Dummies. Past consultant and board member for Empower, first internet provider of investment advice, has reviewed retirement plans, uh, dozens of Fortune 500s, has been hired as professional witness, multi-million-dollar lawsuits, one of 8 selected by Money Magazine for a special 20th anniversary Hall of Fame issue, and launches 501k, that's today, 501k plan in order to solve national retirement crisis. So you can see, like, this book was actually written in 2017. Damn it, people are messaging me. All right, so this was written in 2017, and they do a really good job of making it new and top of mind again. That's something that people always wonder. If my book is old, how do I make it new, right? This book was written in 2017. It's now 2019 at the time of filming this video. And this was, I printed in August of 2018. But look, they take that old book and they don't make it so much about the book. They make it about something top of mind and current. And what was current and top of mind was this tax reform that Donald Trump pushed through. So all of a sudden, you take that idea and you just tie it to the 501k book, which was written a year ago. You see, you make the old new again right there. And that stuff is revealed. He recently put out an eye-opening book, it says. So a year ago. Not too old, I guess. But yeah, he talks about all these retirement tax loopholes. Let's see. It's kind of funny that they put 2017 in there. They could have put recently or something like that, maybe. Recently launched 501k plan. Okay, so moving along. If my computer will cooperate. Despite all this, Bennett has a secret. The fastest and most secure way to retire lies outside of Wall Street. Okay, so again, all of this stuff is credibility and proof of his credibility. So I don't know how to mark it for you. The whole thing. The whole damn thing, okay? At that point, though, down here when it says he has a secret, we know that immediately we're triggering new and only, right? We have secret information. You can only get this from me. The fastest and most secure way to retire lies outside of Wall Street. That's why he put together this book, says Benna. People right now are getting absolutely robbed by Wall Street. If the average guy found out where his advisor was putting his own money, he'd be shocked. I guarantee, for a lot of these professionals, it's not in the stock market. When you look at the data, you realize Benna may be right. Okay, so notice what we have here. I don't know if you caught this transition, but right here, I'll just do this. End cred section. And we know that because we have an obvious pattern, maybe obvious to the trained eye. We have an obvious pattern here of objection, claim, proof, benefit once again. This is a claim. Jeez. All right. Okay, so one other thing. We've talked about this in one of my other Facebook Lives. I talked about people are discriminated against. Every person is a victim. Every customer, everybody, even privileged white American male straight heterosexual men are victims. For instance, for some of them, maybe feminism is the enemy, or immigrants are the enemy, or Democrats are the enemy. Everybody's got like an enemy, and they're a victim of their agenda, okay? They got to fight back. So one of the victims in financial publishing is, okay, so how our customer is a victim in financial publishing is Wall Street. Wall Street is the gatekeeper that keeps them down, keeps them suppressed. It's the man. Like Wall Street is the man keeping good folks down and stuff. Whoops. Get over here. Okay, that wasn't supposed to come up over here. That's fine. Now I can be able to slickly check in and out. All right. So anyway, no questions. That's cool. I'll keep moving. Anyways, what we're seeing right here is we're building enemies. And this is basically saying, hey, we're on the same team, man. I'm on your side. When you look at the data, he's right. According to a study by Morningstar, 5364 mutual fund managers have $0 invested in their own fund. 0. And I wonder if that is like a law that you can't invest in your own fund or something. I don't know how that works. Or maybe I'm wondering how they spun that. I don't know. Oh, here's more of the sidebar over here. Other. Once refused invitation to White House from President Clinton. Okay, so we know our guy is a conservative Republican guy. So this is like just a little, this is again, more enemy stuff. Ted Bennett lives on a farm in rural Pennsylvania with his wife, Ellie. He enjoys volunteering at the Little League World Series and leading Bible study at local nursing home. Okay, this is just speaking to your customer. I was about to write the word pandering. So basically what this whole, we're coming off the heels of the credibility section. They've already started to make the argument that, hey, we're the same person. Me and you are buddies. We're like the same guy. All right. In other words, that means the guys selling this stuff don't even believe in it. It's sickening. But worse than that, all right, and this is a claim, and this is a piece of proof. It's sickening. Worse than that is the fact that many people are paying an arm and a leg to get into these funds. Here's just one example. Okay, so this is another claim. Okay, cool. Hey, everybody watching. If you have questions, do feel free to stop me and ask your question. So this is going to be a piece of proof. You have no idea how angry I get every time my computer doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Like, why is a computer $10 bajillion and can't do the basic functions without turning into a volcano? Anyway, the famous Wintergreen Fund, run by David Winters, has underperformed the general stock market for the last 10 years. And yet, despite this, you have to pay a whopping 2% each year in fees to get into this fund. Insane. That means if stocks go up by 5%, you're handing over almost half of your profits to a guy who can't even beat the market. All right, so this is called a reframe. I talk about this in my book, Take Their Money. See, look, I'm pushing the pen all over this screen. Nothing's happening. All right, there we go. Reframe. Again, I talk about this in my book, Take Their Money. KyleTheWriter.com/book if you're interested in buying the book. If you haven't bought the book yet, you're crazy. That's all there is to it. No wonder most people can't get ahead. But rather than get mad, Bennett encourages you to get even. And the best way to do that is to mimic what these rich guys are doing. Okay. So let's talk about this. The purpose of attacking enemies is this is all basically a better than section. Also, something I talk about in the book. We'll call this the better than section. They're basically selling you out of the alternative that's like the quote safe bet. So they're discrediting what is supposed to be safe. And that in itself is communicating the safety of your offer. So it's like every time I undercut or attack the integrity of my opponent, I naturally just go up in terms of like credibility. That's basically what they're doing here. So I'm going to write that in green actually. So selling out of alternative, discredit other guys equals safe. So this whole section, credibility section, right? So it's all kind of, this is all very synergistic. This whole thing from here, when they start talking about Ted Bennett, is about credibility. Credibility is about ensuring that this is a safe thing to do because you're speaking with an expert, okay? Maybe I'll use this margin over here. We'll zoom in a little bit so you can see. All right, cred equals expert equals safe. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. And this is going to continue as they tell you why he's the expert and as they tell you why the other guys are full of shit. All right, so let's see what we're doing on time. I'm trying to keep these relatively short because these usually run like 2.5 hours when I would do the whole sales letter. And I don't want you to have to sit here for 2.5 hours. We've got probably another 10 minutes. I think I'll give it 10 minutes and then we'll switch up, go do something else. All right, or just end the live. All right, so where the rich hide their money. Okay. So again, here's like another claim. The best way to do this is mimic what these rich guys are doing. So we've got a claim, and the claim is the rich people kind of know something that you don't know about. Is this like right in your face? Kind of is. Sorry about that. Where the rich hide their money. Take Warren Buffett, for example. All right, he's a piece of proof. Many consider Buffett as the king of buy and hold investing. But get this. Did you know the Oracle of Omaha recently used a little-known secondary market loophole to claim an estimated $4.5 billion in just 3 years? I wonder if that's options and puts, which I think I read something about. It's true, and amazingly, this method, which works an astonishing 96% of the time, lets you make money without typically having to buy or sell a single stock. Yeah, it definitely seems like an option. Okay, now let's talk about this. We'll come back to the green. So this is essentially a long bullet, okay? Because instead of saying, like, what did we say in the last video? When you put quotes around something, you're basically taking something very common, very normal, and you're just slapping a new name on it to hide what it really is. So when you see these quotes, basically you're taking the old and making it new. So this is new. My hand keeps getting in the camera. All right, so he made a bunch of money, so it's big. And amazingly, this method works 96% of the time. Safe. Lets you make money without having to buy or sell a single stock. I kind of want to call that a little bit of anybody. I'm not sure. That might just be like a... Because anytime you have like, you don't have to do this, all you have to do, when you see the language, all you have to do is, or whenever you see the language, you don't have to do X, Y, Z, usually that's indicating that it's easy. Because you don't have to do any of the hard stuff. So there they are. New, easy, safe, and big. I wrote a whole book on that. Take their money. Go to copywriter.com/book and learn more. All right, on page 203 of the 501k plan. How are we doing on time? All right, we're still doing good. On page 203 of the I'm zoomed way too far out for this. On 203 501k plan, how to fully fund your own worry-free retirement starting at any age, you'll find out step by step how you can do it too. Page 203. Be like Buffett. How to make money 96% of the time on the secondary stock market without buying stocks. Cool. That's a little bullet. All right, here's proof number 2. So we said that Buffett was proof number 1, and I'm pretty sure I wanted to use Buffett in the Rich Dad Retirement Masterclass promo, and legal told me no. I had to call it the billionaire income trick because I couldn't use his name. And yet, I did get to use Rockefellers. Also, I used Rockefellers in my promo. I'm pretty sure I got to use Rockefeller, but I couldn't use Buffett. All right, so I think, now I want to go back and look. What about Rockefellers? Okay, this is proof 2. So we got proof number 1, Buffett. Proof number 2, and remember the original claim. These rich guys, the original claim is mimic what these rich guys are doing because they're doing something different. All right? Here's proof number 2. The Rockefellers. Their name is synonymous with big banking profits, but many would be stunned to discover their latest money-making secret, a new and revolutionary way to make money that lies totally outside the traditional banking sector. Okay, so what does that mean? This is that intrigue build, right? Where you're just saying things that don't really mean anything. For instance, pretty much any investment can lie outside of the traditional banking sector. A simple stock isn't really in the banking sector. If I buy a stock of IBM, what's that got to do with banking? Pretty much nothing. So this doesn't really say anything, right? This is just intrigue, where you make your little claim, and then you're just building intrigue by listing either properties of the thing that you're talking about, or you're listing something about the history of the thing that you're talking about. Okay, so let's talk about that. That's important. Okay, to build intrigue, you got two methods. There's two go-to methods. One, talk about history of thing, or two, talk about properties of thing. And I just went over this in my last live video on short form copywriting and writing a BizOpt flyer. Those are the two easiest ways in the world to build intrigue without saying a damn thing. Alright, so their name is synonymous with big banking profits, but many would be stunned to discover their latest money-making secret, a new and revolutionary way to make money that lies totally outside the traditional banking sector. You'll want to check this out, too, before the mainstream catches wind. Again, that doesn't mean anything. Turn to page 53 to discover this Rockefeller secret. That one was not weirdly specific, right? That's not their most powerful bullet. Like, I don't see any real benefit. It just says big banking profits. They're leaning heavily on intrigue for that bullet. I think yeah, where's the money? Where's the specificity? That's probably why it's in the middle, right? It's kind of buried. I'm betting. I'm hoping that the next one, proof number 3, will be a little more specific. Next, there's President Trump. Many think Trump was either born into money or that he owes most of his wealth to real estate. And while those statements certainly hold a great deal of truth, on page 315 of the 501k plan, how to fully fund your own worry for your time starting at any age, while we reveal what he believes is the real secret to his wealth. I know the answer to that is debt. Here, you'll discover the simple secret that let Trump multiply his money hundreds of times over. It's going to be debt. That's the answer. It's the same secret that enabled Playboy's Hugh Hefner to parlay $8,000 loan into $50 million. Debt. Michael Dell turned 1,000 into billions. Debt. And that also allowed many other successful business models to accumulate vast swaths of wealth. Debt. You too could be on your way to a 7-figure payday, even if you have very little to start out with when you put this secret into action. See, this is a much stronger bullet, because when they start naming names, that's specific. All right, so let's talk about it. Boom, we got Hugh Hefner, Michael Dell. Let me get a little closer. Michael Dell, Hugh Hefner, and Trump. Right? So names equals specific. So weirdly specific. Your bullet needs to make them wonder how, and it's got to be weirdly specific enough that they can't call bullshit. So that's why this was probably the weakest bullet. Proof number 2. And they finished strong with proof number 3, gave you some guys. And again, just it's easy for us to see that I should have probably not given away the secret so early, because I know that it's just because, like, look, this is a great line. Parlay $8,000 loan into $50 million, right? You might ask, how did he do that? Or how did Michael Dell turn 1,000 into billions? How did he do that? And the last one says, even if you have very little to start, well, how would you do that? The answer is debt. You go into debt. They call it leverage in business, not debt. So good debt is leverage. Anyway, so notice this too is also anybody. Easy anybody right here. Boop. Because you don't even need a lot of money to use this secret. All bullets are new and only because they take old things that you probably know about, like debt, and they give it a weird name and angle. So all bullets are new. I'm just going to put that over here. Star. All bullets. Actually, let's do this. Actually, all bullets should be new. If I can identify your bullet, I mean, obviously because I've been in this niche and industry and my job is to write these bullets like this, I can identify these bullets. But whenever, for instance, I've seen people post on Facebook groups like, review my copy, and then their bullets, they list like benefits, right? So that's the thing. There's a stupid, tired argument of features versus benefits, where everyone's like, don't list features, list benefits. And then what someone will do is be like, the cold email template that'll make you $50,000. I know what it is. It's an email template. Like, that's not really new. I don't sit here and wonder how. It sounds like you're going to give me a crappy email template that's going to be 3 lines long. I'm going to plug my name into the top. I'm going to plug my business into another spot, and then it's not going to work. That's what it sounds like to me. Because it isn't new. I've seen it before. I know it doesn't work. So when you're writing bullets, all bullets should be new. And this is why, if you go to my sales page, one of the things I'm criticizing my own sales page right now for my book. I wrote that in like an hour. I put it up just so I had something to put around my buy now buttons. I don't think my bullets are very tricky like that. I don't remember now. I don't even remember. And what we're doing right here, right now, is I'm just doing like research on like bullet-driven promos because I'm going to rewrite my book's sales page. So notice we're looking at a book promo. And that's something I preach is when I want to write copy, I go look at promos that do what I want to do. I find out what are they doing. For instance, I notice that they drop names for specificity. I notice that all bullets should be new. You should never be able to identify what a bullet is about. I notice there's 3 pieces of proof. I notice, I notice all this stuff. I notice that you can get new, easy, safe, and big into one bullet. All right, this is all one long form bullet right here. Okay, so this is me eating my own cooking. The chef eating his own cooking. This is me practicing what I preach. Like, this is how I write copy. And I'll be taking all the cool stuff I like in here, and and that's that. Okay, so Dan says he's poking in just for a second. He says the resistance. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about that war of art, Stephen Pressfield resistance, and he dropped the link, kylethewriter.com/book. Thank you very much, Dan. We are at 32 minutes. This is pretty much exactly where I wanted to take it. I don't really want to go much longer than this. I don't see any questions coming through. That's cool. I appreciate all of you very much for being here, Copy Squad. I think this is a good spot to stop. Let's see. Yes, let's go ahead and get through this next line. You could be, so this is the end of the proof, right? These are just 3 of the rich man's secrets you'll discover inside Benna's new book, which you can claim for free at the link below. Let's see. Yeah. So I'll kind of we'll finish here. This is a great spot to finish because this is basically your benefit, right? And the benefit is you can have this for free, and it's just 3, right? There's actually more coming if you buy this or if you claim this free book. So that's a good spot to stop. And again, we're following pretty much the same template we laid out earlier. Claim, proof, 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 benefit. Man, I don't know why. Today's just been a good day. I've been in a good mood. Yeah, man. I hope you guys got something out of this. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is, one more cool thing. This is live, not live, but this is upload number 60 for my YouTube channel. I'm not sure how many times I've gone live on Facebook, but this will be my 60th video on my YouTube channel, and that's upload. So it might even be more than that if you consider all the lives. I don't think YouTube counts my lives as uploads. All right, guys. That's it for me, Copy Squad. I don't see any more questions coming in. Make sure I can see myself and my fingers when I peace out to... Oh, I can't do it here. Okay, hold on. All right. And there. All right, no more questions. Thanks so much for tuning in. Peace out,